it was apropos that we had another weather delay to finish our season because we've had just about every single thing known to mankind and not known to mankind show up this year with this group and this season. So, we believed, and we got off that bus thinking like, okay, this is a good omen, and let's take this. So there was never any doubt that we were going to come back from that. It was a good fight by the guys to get to this point, and I tip my hat to Sam Houston and Coach Sirianni for their resolve and their toughness, and wish them the best moving forward. And just a good gritty club that I have a lot of respect for. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll go to questions for the student athletes. Gary?
Simon, you had 20 hours to think about what was going to happen. Just what did you do in that process, and how did you feel going up to the plate in what was a pretty big situation?
Yeah, I felt good. I thought obviously it's a big situation, but I kind of took that as an opportunity to make a good plan and feel really good about it going into it. It's probably one of the biggest at-bats I've had, and wish it would have gone a little different, but kind of just used it as an opportunity to be ready for it.
And for both of you guys, what was it like waiting yesterday to find out whether the game was going to be resumed?
Let me interrupt for 1 second. Guys, pull those mics close to you, please, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, just how did you handle that long delay and then having to come back today to finish it off?
That was a long rain delay just for it to get canceled. But, me and Simon, we sat in the dugout and we kept reminding each other to stay locked in. We got a game to win, just focus, staying focused. That's a sign of mental toughness, staying mentally tough to stay focused. Let everybody else goof off, but we got a game to win.
Simon, you want to comment?
Yeah, kind of just same thing with me. We thought we were playing at 5:55, so we were ready for that. They pushed it back, so we knew that there was any moment we could play. We thought there was a chance we were playing at 3 a.m., so we were trying to be ready for that just in case. Just using an opportunity. If they took that as a chance to relax or something, that was a chance that we could get back in the game and try to compete.
Any other questions? And back here.
Hey, for both the players, just what can you guys say about the run you guys have had these last couple weeks from the AAC tournament to now?
Gavin, you want to go first, please?
Yeah, I think this team learned a lot about adversity and failure and how to rebound from that and not give up. We captured the first conference tournament title in school history, so that just shows you a sign of how we didn't give up on each other. We knew we had the talent. Things weren't going our way all season, but that's no reason to give up and just fold over and just give up, But I think that was just a sign of just like us showing up every day with a good attitude, putting the past behind us and, getting this thing where we wanted to go. And we captured one of our goals of making a regional. So,
Simon?
Yeah, I think going along with that, obviously the learning was a huge aspect. I think all of us probably learned more than we wanted to this year just because of how things went. But that run towards the end I think it was super fun for all of us. It was kind of a good experience for all of us, and it gives the young guys here an experience to be in a regional that is going to be very beneficial going forward.
In the middle back here in the back.
For both of you guys, just talk about the senior class. You guys have more baseball left to play, but for those guys, it's their last game. Just wondering if any words were exchanged and what you can say about those guys.
Simon, you want to go first, please?
Yeah, that's always hard to see. I think we're just super grateful for everything they've done, and they've always been supportive of everybody. They've been real great seniors, and seeing them play their last game is hard, but I think they're appreciative of everything that we've done, everything that they've done, and I don't think anyone really has any regrets.
Yeah, just piggybacking off what Simon said, we have a great group of seniors who, show up every day leading by example, the way they attack school, the way they attack practice, staying on the younger guys, me as a younger guy, and the freshmen, just trying to show them the ropes. So seeing that was definitely tough, but I think we handled that the right way.
Madeline?
And then for both of the players, I know you guys still have some baseball left. So what can you build on from this year into next year?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone saw it. This is a young, talented team that can compete with anybody in the country. So I think just that confidence building into next year, and now having that experience of being in a regional. I mean, LSU is one of the best atmospheres in college baseball. If we can play here, we can play anywhere. So I think that confidence is going to be huge.
Yeah, just experiencing that at a young age is huge, and we know we have the talent. The sophomore class we have is very talented, and then showing these freshmen how things are done is going to be huge, and then just experiencing a regional at a young age, and experiencing that for the future, know how to handle it and what to expect now.
Anything else for the student athletes? Okay, we'll open them up for Jay now. In the front there.
Jay, 12 hits, 2 runs. Does that pretty much tell the story of what happened?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, we had the first 3 innings. We had the leadoff hitter on the first 3 innings. We couldn't manufacture anything in the first. In the second, I tried to get aggressive. They guessed right, picked us off, and then in the third, we didn't have anything going either. And in the 6th inning, we started down 6-1. That's the one. The first 2 for me are their baseball plays. You get thrown out in the third trying to get to third on the fly ball being the first out. You're trying to get to third to get in position and be aggressive. It's early in the game, and their right fielder made a heck of a throw and throws out one of our fastest runners. So those 2 things didn't bother me. The 1 and the 6 really was hard for me to get over. Because the ball bounced in front of Tio. Margette hit it in the 4-hole in the seam, and Tio had to kind of hesitate and let the ball get through. He's really fast. Their right fielder had to range over towards the line. So I started him out, and then as I started to work back down the line, as I always do, because it's just a rotational thing, I didn't use my voice. I used one hand and got blocked off by the third baseman. So there was confusion created, which is my fault. So that one down 5. Stung too, especially coming off the heels of us having the other leadoff guys on. So, but in typical fashion, the guys kept plugging away, and a couple things go our way. Tio hits the ball to center. The center fielder misplays it, and it goes 2 feet from him instead of all the way to the wall. I think Gavin, he may have hit it. I don't remember who hit it, but because that was like 24 hours ago. But the third baseman dives, and it doesn't get far enough away, so I can't score him. So, there were. Again, you need luck, you need breaks, you need bounces, and unfortunately for us in those spots, we didn't get those breaks, and they did. And so, 12 hits, but you got to again give them credit for being able to stem the tide and make pitches and get outs when they needed to.
And how hard was it to deal with the rain delay? Like you said, you've dealt with a lot this year, but that was it looked like you were going to play again. You had the bases loaded, and then you had to wait 20 hours just about.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is, I mean, they had to wait too, and their pitcher had to, sleep on it, and their staff had to sleep on it, and their student athletes did too. So we all had equal opportunity to sleep on it, and if we're going to have a big spot in that moment, having a guy like Simon up there that's been around longer than anybody else is, I went to bed feeling good about that. So.
Coach, what was your message? I guess, again, like you said, nothing you can really prepare for waiting 18 plus hours, especially when you had some momentum and had runners on base. What can a coach or your coaching staff say to the guys that were coming up, the pitchers that might be coming up, et cetera, over the past 18 hours?
I mean, it's like being a parent. If you haven't parented the guys by the time they're 18, you're out of luck. So just in terms of trying to keep them, in a path moving forward, we had 7 outs to work with. They had 9, and my encouragement to them was, we the way we practice at times during scrimmages, we try to put them in those positions to be able to condense a game down and really focus on playing one inning at a time. And I just encourage them to do that. And but again, that's why it's a great game. They play the game, So I can say everything I want, but at the end of the day, that motivation comes from within, and they had it. They have the will to win. They've had it all year, and as they continue to get punched in the face and dirt, thrown on their graves, they've just continued to, keep that last bit of air left in their lungs. So I'm proud of their resilience.
Right here in the front, Coach.
Coach, congratulations on a great year. What did the run through the tournament kind of mean, and how do you think you can build on that going forward?
Well, I think really the thing to me is the building block for the future. I think it sends a signal to recruits, our current players, that when we are talking about being tough and we are talking about staying in the fight, those things actually really carry meaning and weight because we did it. So it's not just words, it's not hyperbole, it's real stuff because we actually did it. So to be able to win the first conference tournament championship since '05 is an honor because the '05 team and the tradition that we have is real, and there are a lot of proud people that have played and gone to Tulane, and so we're very proud of that and very well aware of that, and so for us to be able to again, in baseball, you always talk about the next pitch and getting up and responding. And do you want the fourth at bat after you're 0 for 3 with 3 punch outs? Or do you want that moment on the mound when the bases are loaded and it's 3-2, 2 outs? Those are the kind of things that are real to this group and that they'll be able to carry moving forward into their training, their summer ball, and into their training in the fall, where their words will carry more weight because they actually did it. So I think it's, like they alluded to, I think it's a huge building block for us. Even though you throw the record out the window, there was still achievement when it mattered the most. And we did that in spite of a lot of odds. We lost 2/3 of our weekend rotation. We lost our closer, our center fielder, and our catcher. So for us to be sitting here at this podium, losing, again, 2/3 of our starting rotation, our closer, our center fielder, and our catcher, I think it speaks volumes to these guys' resiliency.
In the back. Madeline, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, just what was your message to the team following this game?
I told them I'll kind of save some of that till we get back. We had to get the dugout cleaned up and leave it better than we found it. They had to get through some of the emotions, hugging each other and stuff like that. And I thanked them. I tried to give them a little bit of what we were trying to accomplish by getting out of here today, and that we'd meet later to just kind of go over some of the things of the season. So nothing real poignant.
One more in the back middle.
As you said, more time to reflect as far as message goes, but same question as for the players. Talk about your senior class and their leadership throughout an up and down season, but one that ended with a conference championship.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think anytime you have the results that we've had and the way we've continued to stay the course, I think that says a lot about a lot of people. I think it says a lot about our staff, not only our immediate staff, but our auxiliary staff too. I felt like the messaging was consistent. I felt like the motivation was consistent. The care level was consistent. And so when you have those things, you put yourself, I think, in a better position than most. And then when you have the guys in the locker room that have been through it and that are old and that care and try to do their very best to keep guys, down the path, I think I'm just really appreciative of their efforts and for a lot of things. A 3.2 team GPA. Once again, it's like our 16th straight semester with a team GPA of 3.0 or better. So just a lot of people in the building that have helped move this group in the right direction.
All right, Coach. Well, we thank you.
you.
Congratulations.